Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneit's Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Jupiter is now going direct 4 days after Mars enters Sagittarius. Jupiter's direct motion in Aries zodiac sign is the beginning of 2024 until the Jupiter makes its transit in the Taurus zodiac sign in the month of May. Jupiter is becoming very positive, focused, and the energy is good for all of us. Now, if you see the dispositor of Jupiter, which is Mars, because Aries is ruled by Mars, Mars will be first in the Parivartana Yoga or exchange with Jupiter, because Mars will be in Sagittarius when Jupiter is direct. And then Mars will go exalt. So you can say 40, 45 plus 45, 90 days of time. Mars is in a very powerful position. Therefore, this Mars also supports the Jupiter. And when Jupiter gets the support of the house lord, and Jupiter, which is not in Guru Chandal right now, becomes positive, this also corrects the negative energy of Rahu in Pisces, because Rahu in Pisces will take the shape of Jupiter. And if Jupiter is positive, Rahu will be controlled. Mars' fourth aspect on Rahu also ensures that the Rahu's technology gets advanced, we get technological success in our life, and anyone who involves more and more technology will see boost in their business and career and life. But anything negative that Rahu would want to do will be suppressed. So it's a very auspicious time. Jupiter will aspect Leo, Libra and Sagittarius. With Leo, it regulates your ego. With Libra, it creates equilibrium in life. And with the aspect on Sagittarius, it upholds the dharma in our life, the path of righteousness. Let's understand for each ascendant what this Jupiter has to offer. Please subscribe my channel, share the video among family and friends. For consultations, you can drop me an email, and you can also follow the Patreon channel where I upload some interesting insights and some different kind of teachings and learnings. The link of the Patreon is in the description box below. Also, you can follow me on Instagram for reels and other interesting stuff. Let's start ascendant-wise analysis. Aries ascendant. For Aries, Jupiter will be direct on your ascendant, and therefore this is an auspicious transit. It's a transit which will give you promise. It's a transit that will give you new lessons of life, and it will help you achieve many things. And remember, this is the first time in 12.5 years Jupiter is in Aries direct and without the influence of Rahu, because Jupiter was in Aries but there was a Guru Chandal Yoga, and now there is no Guru Chandal Yoga. So this is going to give you a lot of clarity. Wisdom will come in your way, your fate will shine, and things will click in the positive direction. Jupiter will also aspect 5th house. With its 5th aspect, therefore it's a very good time for students, people who want to travel abroad for studies, people who want to do certifications, people who want to apply or prepare for government jobs. This is really a great time. Jupiter is also going to highlight your mistakes. So if you really want to grow, you should be ready to accept your mistakes. Jupiter will also aspect 7th house, so it will increase the chances of you finding a life partner or even marriage. And marriages done in this time will be more auspicious for Aries, because now Jupiter is expanding and making the 7th house more auspicious. Jupiter will also aspect the 9th house. Now, if you see for the entire month of January, Jupiter and Mars will have a Parivartan Yoga exchange, because Mars will be in Sagittarius. Then there is a movement of Mars in the 10th house. Therefore, your ascendant lord goes exalt, so is the dispositor of Jupiter. And then Mars movement is in the 11th house. So if you keep the track of your ascendant lord and combine it with Jupiter transit and Saturn in the 11th house, it is really a great time for Aries ascendant and Aries moon sign native for overall development and achievement. If you have an health issue, especially related to liver, blood or muscle, you will see recovery coming your way. What can go wrong? If you are overambitious, if you feel proud about your knowledge, if you display the ego, and if you are trying to demean someone, then the wrath of Saturn will not spare you. So try to understand that Jupiter is the Guru, and you need to listen to the Guru. Only then you will be able to achieve something or get something positive. That means you have to be humble, and there will always be someone above you who will be either in authority or in guidance, be the shining light. This also means that people with negative Jupiter may face trouble with their senior supervisor, someone who is higher in the authority. So you need to chant Guru Bij Mantra and Vishnu Sahasranam. For Aries, it's an overall development. Taurus. For Taurus natives, Jupiter will move direct in the 12th house. This will help you understand your expenses. This will help you understand the ways by which you can control your money and you can regulate your finances. This also means that there can be some auspicious expenses that are beyond your control but will end up proving good for you. Great time for investment, but you need to be careful. This is 12th house we are talking, and therefore 12th house is about donation. Sometimes money can grow in many ways, in ways which we can't even imagine. So whatever you earn in this time, because your 11th lord is in 12th house, a portion, a fraction of it should always be donated for education purposes, for good causes. People who want to travel abroad for education will see positive things going your way. You should also see that there is Mars, which is the 12th lord, in the 8th house, and now there is a exchange, Parivartana Yoga, between Mars 8th house lord and the 12th house lord, which means transformation will come your way, but this Jupiter transit and the first month of Jupiter transit will demand sacrifices. So you will see too many things changing in your life for good, because Venus is also in Libra. And you will also see that you will have to go back to your basics and go back to your fundamentals, which means that there are certain aspirations that may not be fulfilled during this time. Your certain dreams will not come true. But what will come true is where you will excel and do your best. So that means Jupiter knows what's best for you. So if something after your repeated attempts is not happening, and you are now in the month of Jan and Feb 2024, that means you need to relook and have a different approach. Spending money for puja, donating in temples, feeding people are some of the auspicious donations by which you can manage the Jupiter's energy. Also praying to Ma Mahalakshmi will help you understand your financial problems better. And Jupiter's aspect on the 8th and the 6th house kind of resolves a lot of issues. So you can say Jupiter direct in Aries is a blessing in disguise. Gemini. In case of Gemini, Jupiter will become direct in your 11th house, and it's a great time to discover new source of income. You will see your financial problems will slowly fade away. At least you will see that things are moving in the positive direction. What you have to do is you have to be a student. See, Jupiter is only going to give you way. It is only going to guide you, but you will have to walk that path. Being a Gemini, you need to keep a track on what Mercury is doing and what Ketu is doing. Because if you see, Ketu is in your 4th house and Rahu in the 10th. So this can make you too uncomfortable too quickly, and you will try different ways, and this may scatter the energy. So utilize the Jupiter in the 11th house to get the gain, hold on to that money, donate a fraction, and then slowly release the money in the market or maybe your investments, but do not panic. For people who are job seekers, you will see new opportunities will come your way, but you may have to explore a new dimension, a new territory, maybe a new technology, a new way of work. Going in the same old direction may not work for you. For couples who are planning for a childbirth and are facing problems, Jupiter's auspicious aspect on the 5th house will help you resolve issues. You will meet new doctors, you may be given new therapies, and also the energy wise, Jupiter is going to correct the energies of the solar plexus. This will take away your fears. So if you are fighting with fear related problems, this is the time when you should chant Narsimha Mantra or Hanuman Chalisa. This will take away your fear and will make you bold and confident. Your speech will become effective and people will love you for your knowledge. But knowledge will only come if you're a student. So start gathering knowledge. Good time for certifications, great time for students, great time for research scholars. Jupiter's direct aspect on the 7th house also ensures that you gain positive relations with your life partner. This will resolve issues in marriage, and if you are not getting married and there are hurdles, this transit can add that flavor, the positive flavor that you need right at this point of time. Overall, Jupiter transit in the 11th house can be really, really positive. It can explode the gains, but remember one thing, this is Jupiterian gain, not Rahu gains, which will be disproportionate. This gain will be proportionate and you will get the reward for your karma. You have to also understand that Saturn is in your 9th house, so you can't leave the path of dharma. You have to be within. So if there is any fraud, cheating, if there are ways by which you are manipulating the system, then Jupiter will not give you the results you desire. Your network circle will expand and your relationship with your elder brother will be resolved. Overall, it's a great time for Gemini. Cancer Ascendant. For Kark Rashi and Kark Lagna, Jupiter gets exalt on your ascendant and Jupiter is in your 10th house, and this Jupiter is direct. So this is a great time for career growth. 10th house is about your battlefield, your karma bhumi, where your knowledge meets the expertise. You are on the field, you are on the job. But Jupiter's place in the 10th house means Guru is fighting in the battle. That means you, with your knowledge, you are firefighting, you are solving things, you are getting new opportunities. Maybe you have done certain certifications or through your experience you are getting an opportunity that you always wanted. But one thing you have to remember, that display of ego will destroy the Jupiter because Saturn is in your 8th house. For Kark Rashi, that means for zodiac, Moon is in your Cancer, then you are running an Ashtam Dhaiya. It's a sign of relief that Jupiter is free from Rahu. But then Rahu is in your 9th house. You can't see Jupiter alone. You see what's happening around Jupiter. Mars will also be in your 6th house. So the first couple of months will be more like finding your way out. So a little bit of experiment will be necessary. A little bit of risk will be necessary. Calculation of and calculate and defend, calculate and defend. That is the attitude you should follow. Jupiter in the 10th house will aspect your 4th house. So if you are worried about the health of your mother, then the certain positive energy will come your way that may heal or give you a solution. Also, if you are looking for investment in office, corporate investments, then this is a great time. Commercial investments, expanding your business, expanding your career, all that is possible in this time, which will eventually give you a rise in your wealth because Jupiter is also aspecting 2nd house. Therefore, you should bring Kuber Yantra at home, chant Lakshmi Kuber Mantra, and you should also focus on Bhagwan Ganesh by chanting Om Gam Gadapate Namah 3 malas every day. You will see that the positive energy will come your way and it will help you get greater insights into your career, into wealth management. This is also going to get rid of the loans. But if you're looking for a home loan, some loan that is really necessary, a controlled debt, that will go through during this time, depending on your horoscope. If your Jupiter is negative, tone down the results that you will have to struggle more. But the theme remains the same. It's a time of hard work. It's a time to create a platform. Leo. Now, in case of Leo Ascendant, if you see Jupiter will be in your 9th house and it is direct 9th house Jupiter, which is the 5th Lord, Sagittarius, aspecting the Kal Purusha's 5th house, Leo, which is your Ascendant, means this is a all-round development and learning for you. This Jupiter will give you more responsibilities and will teach you how to follow the path of Dharma. It will make you more spiritual, give you spiritual growth, will bring mentors and guide that will tell you what is right and what is wrong. Now, if you don't listen, because of the nature of the sun being too powerful, being an authoritative energy. If you don't listen to your guru, you have to understand that in the ancient times, when the guru used to walk in the king's chamber, the king used to leave the seat. That is how powerful Jupiter is. It is said equivalent to the Surya. That means Jupiter's presence in the 9th house might overshadow your ego. And there will be a person, a guide, a guru, it can be father, it can be an astrologer, a message coming from someone which you might have to listen in spite of it being against your personality or against your ego. Say for example, you want to give a befitting reply to someone, but suddenly an advice comes that the time is not right. Don't do it. No matter how eager you are to give a reply, you will have to listen to that advice. So there will be contrasting emotions coming your way. You need to be careful there. And if you are careful, if you are listening to the advice, if you are following the right track, if you are reading Bhagavad Gita, if you are chanting mantras, going to temples, doing puja, doing Brahmana Bhoj, you will see Jupiter's energy will expand your destiny, give you a higher purpose. Your role will expand, your position will expand, you will be like a shining light, a beacon of light for a lot of people. So there is an important role waiting for you. Your relationship with your brothers will also be resolved. Your communication skills will improve. Also, for couples who are expecting a child or who are unable to give birth to a child because of medical reasons, Jupiter's blessings will give some energy, some relief. One of the bigger role that you have to do is the role of a student. You have to fulfill that role, and Jupiter's aspect on the first house means that you have to expand your consciousness and see things in a bigger picture, in a bigger light, which means that if you are selfish, this is not a great time for you. Change yourself, because Jupiter is here to make you a better person. Virgo. Now in case of Virgo, Jupiter will be in your 8th house, a very interesting position for Jupiter. Ketu on your Lagna, Rahu in the 7th house, Saturn in the 6th house, Jupiter in the 8th house. See, this is the time for research. This is the time for transformation. Big things will happen in your life. You know, we say big ticket items. Big things will happen. What you have to do is you have to control yourself. Otherwise, you will be scattered everywhere. Your energy will just disintegrate. Take one thing at a time, one step at a time. Allow that energy to fulfill. Allow that energy to, create something new for yourself. It's a time for transformation. I don't see Jupiter in the 8th house as a negative Jupiter. All I see is that now you know what others don't know. Because Jupiter is Jnana and 8th house is impossible items. So now you know the occult, the secret. So this is a recipe for success. But for those who are patient, for those who are willing to work hard, for those who are willing to take controlled risk, and for those who are willing to go out of their way, out of their own personality and comfort zone and try something new. Not too risky, but a controlled one. Jupiter therefore will aspect the 2nd house, therefore increasing family equations, therefore giving you a lot of wealth and success. Jupiter aspect on the 12th house takes control of your expenses. There will be sudden uncontrolled expenses. Maybe it is an investment. An advice will be that keep less liquid money and put all the money into investments as according to your financial advisor. And Jupiter aspect on the 4th house shows that there are changes happening in your family. There will be changes, auspicious changes happening in your home. Maybe you will buy a property, renovate, buy or rent a commercial space. All that will happen. But you need to go on a continuous research, and if you learn and if you do research, you are bound to get a lot of success. For Virgo Ascendant, it's a time for change, not a time for seeing an immediate result. But you will see the change happening, and that will ensure that your future is secured. Libra. Now in case of Libra, Jupiter will become direct in your 7th house, and a 7th house Jupiter is auspicious, Because it aspects your ascendant. This Jupiter will expand your identity. This Jupiter will expand your communication. This Jupiter will expand your gains. And people who are looking for income through business, this is the time when you will see things moving in your direction. Also, 7th house is about marriage and your promises. So when Jupiter goes there, it wants you to keep your commitment, keep your promises. So any commitment that you have made with someone, to someone, you will have to fulfill that. You will have to you will have to be faithful, truthful to that. Jupiter aspect on ascendant from the 7th house means that the guidance will come through circumstance. So keep looking for signs and symbols. Keep looking for messages that come through different ways, like someone through consultation, through numbers, through Bhagavad Gita, through dreams. So you need to interpret those messages. Jupiter is also going to expand your business horizon. Jupiter is also going to be good for people who are looking for marriage, who are searching for a life partner. Jupiter transit in the 7th house expands that house, but it also means that you will have a bigger team to deal with, lot of more people which you will interact with. So it's not a really great time for introvert people. You will have to go a little bit extrovert. You will have to deal with people. So if you are in that kind of business, it's a great time for you. People who are in communication, media, business investments will see great boost. People in real estate will see positive trend going their way, and overall development will happen. It's a time for gain. It's a time when you will be able to resolve your issues with your siblings, both elder and younger. What it shows is that if you're egoistic and if you think like my way or highway or I am the best, then you will be humbled by Saturn, which is in your 5th house. You will be taught the hard way. So don't even think of doing that. It is a more inclusive transit. It's a transit where you should respect someone who has more knowledge and knowledge than you, in spite of he or she being of a younger age, of a younger designation. You should welcome everyone and work like a team. So anyone who is a team player will see that you will get a lot of success during this time. For people who don't even have a career, will see spiritual growth and will meet spiritual people. Your interaction with spiritual energies will increase, and therefore it is a great spiritual transit for you. Overall, you need to chant. It's a good time, and you need to chant Vishnu Sahasranam if possible every day. Scorpio. Now, in case of Scorpio, Jupiter is going to play a vital role. Why? Because Jupiter will be in the 6th house. Now, what is Jupiter doing in the 6th house? Is it expanding your enemies, or is it giving you the wisdom and the eyesight to understand who your true enemy is? Yes, it will give you competition, but competition is good if you really want to grow. You should respect your competitors during this time. You should respect someone who is trying to pose a challenge. You should also respect the hurdles that will come your way, because those are the gateways to success. Those are the pillars to success. Jupiter in the 6th house is not a bad Jupiter. It's just that you should respect the knowledge that you get. You see, there is a certain kind of Vidya which is also called as Shastra Kala, fighting, the art of war. Jupiter is in the 6th house will tell you how to fight the odds in life, how to craft your way in difficult times, and how to be a different person. This is going to create a difference. Jupiter is aspecting the 12th house, so it might increase your expenses. Your loans might increase during this time, but it may be for a good reason. Maybe you are buying a home, maybe you are taking the loan to expand your business. As long as you can justify your actions, you can be rest assured that this Jupiter will only work in your favor. But if you're too egoistic, the Jupiter might act like an enemy, apparent enemy, not a real enemy, and it can give you diseases just to stop you. Yes, to stop you, Jupiter can take dramatic steps. So don't make Jupiter to do these things in your life. See, your ascendant lord is Mars, and Mars trajectory is very positive. First, Mars will be in the 2nd house, then Mars will be in the 3rd house, and then Mars will be in the 4th house. Overall trajectory of Mars, which is your ascendant lord, is extremely good. which means that you will be victorious and you will be able to recover from any financial loss that you have faced in the previous days. But you need to be a different person. You need to be an enthusiastic person who is ready to take risks, but also being very calculative and defensive. Career-wise, new opportunities will come, new job opportunities will come. You will see your team will expand, you will employ more people. So if you are a startup, it's a thumbs up for you. And for students, this is a time where you need to focus on your studies more, avoid distractions and chant Saraswati mantras. Sagittarius. Now in case of Sagittarius, Jupiter is going to be in your 5th house. It's a 5th house Jupiter, expanding your knowledge, giving you positive results, unlocking positive energies coming from your previous karmas of your previous births. It's an auspicious time for you. Not only this Jupiter aspects the 9th house, which is basically the Dharma Sthana, but it is also aspecting the 11th house, which is your income, your gains, your profits. But it is also aspecting your Lagna. So it is going to make you a wiser person. It is going to give you great knowledge. People involved in Jupiterian energies, occult sciences, Vastu, astrology, healing, therapy, teaching, academics will see great boost in their career, in their image, their personality, and also they will be playing an important role in the society. But if you're not disciplined, if you're not ready to work hard, if you boast about your knowledge, if you defame others, then Saturn in the 3rd house, which is holding your communication as well as your hand, can handcuff your life, won't give you any room for expansion, and will destroy or cut off any positivity coming from the Jupiter. You also have to understand that this is your Lagna Lord. So you are in control, but you have to be in control while you surrender to the divine and you play your role. You play your part and let other things fall naturally. Does not matter at what age you are in right now. Also, this is a great time for students. This is a great time for research workers. This is a great time for people who really want to learn something. Doesn't matter what career you are in. But if you are into speculative business, be slightly careful. Jupiter might give you a jump in gains, but you need to also understand that Saturn in the 3rd house can also cut off that gains if you are becoming too greedy. So as long as you are doing proper business, if you are managing it properly, good. The moment you become greedy, the moment you try to jump the bus, things will go wrong. You need to show patience. You need to show that sincerity in your work. And Jupiter in the 5th house will also heal issues related to your stomach. It will take away the fears from your life and it will help you becoming a bigger, greater personality. So be ready for an all-round development. Capricorn. Now in case of Capricorn, Jupiter's position will be very unique because Jupiter will be direct in your 4th house. Now 4th house is a position where Jupiter naturally becomes very comfortable. You see, Jupiter gets exalted in Cancer, which is 4th house. What Jupiter is going to do in Aries is, it is going to create a new comfort zone for you. So be ready for some personality shift. Be ready to shift your house, maybe buy a bigger place or move to a different city. Jupiter will also aspect your career house, which is 10th house. And it is also aspecting the 8th and the 12th. So this is where the transformation comes. This transformation may come because of a house renovation, house buying, maybe shifting to a different location. Or at least you will see that you will be in a very different space, mental space altogether. And what can stop you? Your own finances, restrictions from the family, your own insecurities can stop this expansion. So find the right balance. Say for example, you want to get a bigger house, but maybe your finances are not aligned. So you have to see where is the trade-off. What is the compromise that you have to make in order to both not hit your finance, but as well as fulfill your dreams and expectations. and your duty will be to be comfortable there. Because if you try to be very aggressive about finding the right spot for yourself, being in the right position, being too perfect during this time, then things will fail. Jupiter also aspects 8th house. Now 8th house Jupiter means your investments will grow, your assets will grow, and if you're into business, if you're into real estate, if you're into logistics, if you're into factories, Jupiter's direct motion in Aries zodiac will give you new beginnings, new opportunities. It's a great time for you. Make the best use of it. Aquarius. For Aquarius, Jupiter rules your Dhanabhav, your 11th and your 2nd house. So the direct motion of Jupiter in your 3rd house shows that you will take some dramatic initiatives towards your finances, your money, your bank balances. So eventually this Jupiter will guide you the right way, and this guidance may be against your own mental perspective. Say for example, you like to invest more in real estate, but maybe because of the guidance you don't invest in real estate, you are investing maybe in gold, or maybe you are trying to maybe invest in a commercial space rather than a residential space. I'm just giving an example. This Jupiter will also expand your capacity to work. So on one side it is going to give you, but on the other side it is also going to make you work hard. So a lot of workload is coming your way, so be ready and be prepared for that. Now if you see the second lord is Bhavad Bhavam. Why? Because Jupiter is the second lord, and second lord is 2 places away from itself in the 3rd house. This means that the more you work hard, the more you follow the proper guidance, the more you follow the guidelines and go by the book, the better your finances will be, and your insecurities will be handled one by one. Jupiter aspecting the 7th house shows that your growth in business is on the cards if you are into business, and you will also see success in your life partner's life, which will also give you more confidence. But you should never compare these 2 factors, otherwise you will feel more insecure where you should not be. Jupiter aspecting your 11th house also shows that your income will increase, your position will increase, your connect will increase, and you will meet a lot of people, your circle will expand. So it's bad for introvert people or people who are limited in their own circle. You will have to expand, or you will be there will be a requirement that will come that will force you to meet more new people. Also, something auspicious will happen in the life of your siblings, which will also fill you with joy, laughter and happiness. It's a very positive transit, but try to understand Jupiter in the 3rd house is not very comfortable. 3rd house is more about Martian energy. When Jupiter goes there, every step is to teach. So it's a very great time for preachers, teachers, philosophers. But someone who is into, say, corporate, who is into very aggressive mindset, who is into the redundant mode of work, might face this feeling that they want to shift, they want to move, they want to leave, they want to quit. Don't take a step unless you are sure about what you are going to do after you take that step. The consequence should be carefully understood and weighed before you make a plan, before you take any step. And if all that is perfect, if you have planned it through, then Jupiter in the 3rd house will make you take new initiatives. Look, travel is also on the cards, so maybe there are certain money being spent there, but if that is needed and that is to shed off the tension and the stress, do that. Pisces. Now in case of Pisces, your ascendant lord itself is Jupiter. It becomes direct in your 2nd house, the house of finances, the house of family. This resolves a lot of family issues as well as your childhood issues. So therapy is coming your way, relief is coming your way, financial security is coming your way. If you are facing liquidity crunch, if you are facing crisis in your money, in your life, all that will be resolved by this direct Jupiter. Slowly, one step at a time, Jupiter will expand your second house, which also means that there may be a marriage happening in your family, a new member will be added in your family. This also means that your presence, your aura in your family members, people will love you, aura will expand, it will become positive. So it's a very good time for your personal life. Being in the second house, Jupiter aspects the 6th and the 8th house. It means that career related transformations will also happen. So if you want to start some business with your family members, or if you want to join your family business, it's a great time for that. You will get support from people whom you love. You will see there will be well wishers for you, and it's a very auspicious time. It also helps you get rid of diseases. It also heals you from any trauma. It also heals any mental disorder, and overall physical and mental health will improve. If you are facing any problems related to thyroid, or if you are facing any problem related to neck, dental problems, problems related to smile, all that will be treated, fixed, obviously with the help of a doctor. But you meeting a doctor, you meeting the right person who will give you advice, Jupiter is going to facilitate that. What you should not do is boast about your wealth, hoard lot of things, stop the wealth and not spend at all. See, expense is also a part of life. Your career will change because Jupiter's aspect on the 10th house expands your career also. But with that, you should also start donating. See, 6th house is the house of service. So what service are you giving with your money? So you will see that on one hand, your return of investment ROI will increase, but on the other hand, you should also take the bigger role helping children get the education. If you do that, Jupiter in the second house will give you a lot of blessings. Chanting Vishnu Sahasranam, and for students, chanting Saraswati mantra will be really helpful. One thing you should avoid, because Jupiter is in your Vani, do not curse anyone, do not speak negative, and talk with respect, and do constant Naam Jap like Ram, Ram, Narayan, Narayan, Om Namah Shivaya. Constant in your inside, and Jupiter's positive energy will give you blessings.